Just remember, she can edit everything. She's not going to embarrass you on Sunday. I'm Donnie Burns.
And I'm Cheryl.
We came on the 16th anniversary, so it was the end of January, I believe. So that was a cool story. So our church had just ended after 12 years. We knew we had this awful visitation thing ahead of us, so to visit churches and find a new church. And I was scrolling through Instagram one day, and a sponsor dad came on for Gateway talking about the 16th birthday. And so I told Cheryl, we got to try it this Sunday. You agreed, and the rest is history. We came, we loved it. We were hoping it wasn't fluke. We came in the next week, I loved it, and we've been back here since.
Walking in the door was so comfortable. I mean, you would think on your first time, don't know anybody, don't know what to expect when you walk through, and it was the most welcoming experience. Everyone was so nice. Smiles everywhere. Welcome to Gateway. You just felt very comfortable.
Jeremy came right after church was over. We were standing in the back waiting to speak to Sam. We just wanted to speak to him and tell him we enjoyed the service. And he beelined it toward us, and he started talking, and Jerry just started telling us a little bit about the story of how they had this process in place they were going to begin where they could actually introduce people to Gateway.
I thought that was so cool. Because it's just like when you go to a friend's house for the first time. My first thought was, oh, give me a tour. Let me see everything. And so I just thought that was so fun, just to get to walk around, see where the kids go to class, even find out. I didn't even know where the bathroom was the first time we came. And so it was great, just being able to walk around and see where everything's located, and it just made you feel comfortable.
All right, my favorite part of it was that there was no limits on what you could ask. I mean, we met some of the leaders, the worship team, the children's leader, the welcoming greeting front first impressions team, and then the pastor just said, if you have any questions, now it's time to ask. There's nothing off limits. We'll be glad to share. And that meant a lot to me too, because they had this room full of people they didn't know well, visitors. They were so open with.
Yeah, I just love being able to hear what does the church believe. It's just a lot of different things. You want to feel like you're on the same page as far as what the church believes and what you believe. And everything was confirmed.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah, I agree. And it is comforting to know that they're like-minded as you are. It's not some weird church that you don't know what they believe. I mean, they were a little weird, yeah. Very early on, they said, we don't have members because members comes with privileges. You're a member of a country club, you have privileges. I just love the whole partnering thing, because when you're a partner with somebody, that means you work with them, you serve with them. You're going for the same goal. The very first time I heard that, I'd never heard that before said like that. And I just love the idea of being a partner versus being a member.
This past Sunday, I did my first day. I guess you would say I was shadowing in the cafe. And it was great, of course. Just in that little bit of time, I made 2 new friends. And that's another great thing about serving, is that you do get to meet new people and start building relationships, and then you really feel more at home. So I had a great Sunday.
I was served in guest services, and I really like that because I got to meet the first time people as they came in, and it wasn't that long ago that I was a first time guest, and I just like to make sure that people do feel welcome. To me, the reason I recommend the process is because it is almost like Gateway 101. I would just think as a visitor to a church, you would think, how will I ever get plugged in? How do I even know to begin serving? How can I ever meet the pastor and him meet me and know my name? And the process covered all that. I mean, we actually met the pastors, we got to talk to them one-on-one. We got to see where we might want to serve by actually touring the buildings and meeting some of the teachers and leaders. And it just answered every question from how we started, where do we see ourselves going, why do we believe what we believe. And you're also going through it with other new people, either first-time people or people who've been here that's never done it. And so you're making friends there who are in the same boat you're in. They're new as well. So I just think it would just cover every base, and I would recommend it highly